parts in mind, and I'm kind of piecing. No audio. No audio. Okay, there we go. Audio. Hello, everybody. Will here for After Hours Unplugged edition. We're going to be looking at some acoustic guitars today. So, starting things off with a beautiful master-built Yari DYM70 Sunburst. Hello, everybody. This is Will here, and welcome to this week's edition of After Hours. We are back. Everything is all fixed, and this week we're going MTV Unplugged with a look at some beautiful acoustic guitars. And to sort of, as a sort of a thank you, to sort of celebrate the fact that we obviously didn't get to our winner last week, I've actually got two trivia questions. So for anybody who tunes in, Canadian resident, you've got not one, but two chances to win tonight. And actually, I believe the draw will be coming up very soon for the Crybaby Wah, which we're very excited about. But in the meantime, we're looking at 4 acoustic guitars from our high-end range. I've got 2 here from Yari and 2 here from Yamaha. Very, very excited. This one I think we've actually featured on the show before. It's the DYM70 SB. So I'll play a little more on this, but just as we begin my usual housekeeping, I want to thank Fantasie Music for helping to facilitate these live streams and for providing this lovely video room for us to work in. Want to thank my buddy Shaky White behind the camera, doing all the technical stuff, making me look and sound my best. And I want to thank our sponsors, which this month our main sponsor is Dunlop MXR. We've got some, you can see the Crybaby there. There's some various other Dunlop swag, which is included in some of our prize packs. And also to Coast Music and Ericsson Music, the distributors we're working with this particular month. And, of course, to the brands that we're featuring on tonight's show, which is Alvarez Yaris and Yamaha. So tonight, obviously, we've been focusing a little bit on Dunlop products and pedals and whatnot, but for this show, because we're playing acoustic, I'm going to be using a few different Dunlop picks. I've got one here. I'm holding a Dunlop Jazz 3, a regular-sized one, and then we've got a few other ones there, and I'm going to get to some trivia questions a little sooner, but in the meantime, I'm going to play a little bit of finger picking and flat picking on this DYM70 Yaris. Features a spruce top, features a rosewood back and sides, mahogany neck, looks like that's a very dark piece of rosewood fingerboard there. It's got their direct coupling bridge here, which is a really unique feature to the Yaris guitars. It's a two-piece bridge system, kind of like on an archtop or something where you'd have a tailpiece and the part where the bridge goes over to the saddle. So it's a bit different than the one-piece bridges that you see on, say, the Yamaha to my, what would be your left. So let's play a little bit. And we're mic'd up with a CAD GLX condenser mic, and this is the Shure SM MV7. Here's a little finger picking on the Yaris. Now we're going to hear it with a little bit of a flat pick. This is a really nice, this guitar's got a lovely low end, really warm, sweet top end, and a nice, it kind of centers more to my ear in kind of the low mid-range frequency as well. Very, 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 very lush. So that's the first guitar of the night. This is the Alvarez Yaris DYM70 SB in stock now at Fantasie Music. Let's grab another guitar here. If I can do this safely. All right. So for those that have been in the store, you may have noticed that we've got a new high-end acoustic guitar room where we're keeping all of our more spendy instruments. So these are all picks from the brand new high-end room. If you're in the Halifax area, pop in and have a look at some of the great guitars. We've got great options from Yamaha, Alvarez, Yari, Boucher, and even a J.P. Cormier-owned limited edition Martin D28 Clarence White if you're interested in checking those out. But for now, we're having a look at a beautiful offering from Yamaha. This is the FS5, and I'm actually going to sneak over and grab another Dunlop pick from my stash. All right. So this is the FS5. This is a spruce top with a mahogany back and sides, a mahogany neck. This one has the ebony fingerboard and bridge. Folk body size, so it's going to have less low end and kind of high end, and a little bit more overall, just kind of a centered in the mid-range kind of a sound. So we're going to play this, and then I'm going to get to the first trivia question, which is going to be Dunlop themed. So let's hear a little bit of this guitar. So let's hear this with a little bit of a flat pick. This is a thinner pick, so it's going to have a little bit less low end and just a bit of a different kind of a sound. All right, friends. So get your thinking caps on, and so this is a bit of an interesting question because this would be easier perhaps for people that know me. And the question I have, the pick that I use for the most part, and I'll give you a hint that it's not the one I'm holding, but the pick that I've been using for probably the last decade is a Dunlop pick, and I I'm known for, you can tell where I've been because there's trails of these things left all over in people's cars and on their floors and everything. For the first person to correctly guess what Dunlop model pick it is that I use and have used for many years, you'll get your shot at the Dunlop wah, as well as win some Dunlop swag, which we've got over there. We've got some MXR cables, some Dunlop cozies, a way huge mug, and like I say, a 1 in 4 chance to win. So it's a Dunlop pick. It has, I'll give you a hint, it is very pointy, and it's made of a particular material. It's not a Tortex pick, but it's made out of a material that is actually also used sometimes in a form or another for a type of guitar string. So, yeah, it's a Dunlop, and I'll give you a hint that it is an extra large of whatever model that it is. And in fact, I'm going to sneakily grab it, and maybe the visual will give somebody a hint. Meanwhile, I'm going to play a little bit on this. Kenny Carver's chimed in with nylon. That is correct. Now, can you tell me what model pick is it? I'll flash it really quick on the screen. It's a model that Dunlop is very specifically known for, and it's an extra large version of that model. For those that didn't see, it is red in color, if that gives anybody a hint. They make this model in a red and a black. It is not the Chris Spedding model. I wish it was. I don't know what pick he uses. Another quick hint, I guess, is it's named after, it's a style of music and it's a number. So those are all the hints I can think to give. But it is a nylon pick. It's a very famous Dunlop pick. Oh, so close. You got part of it right, Kenny. Jazz. It is a jazz pick. But 2 is not the correct number. Said jazz. Looks like you said jazz 2 again. Very, very close. You're so close. It's a jazz. It's another number that's not 2. What's another number that's not 2 that's very, very close to 2? This is a game of hot and cold. Take the 2 guesses that you added and add them together, and that maybe will do it. Through much trial and error, and congrats to Kenny, because that wasn't an easy question. I'd mentioned it in a show 2 weeks ago that was my favorite pick, and I'll try to show the camera. So this is the Jazz 3 XL. I've been using these for probably about a decade, and for me, they're my favorite pick. I love the point, and I love the larger surface area of this particular one. This is a 1mm pick, and as Kenny said, it is made of nylon, which I find works really well, whether I'm playing electric or acoustic. If I'm playing acoustic, I'll tend to just roll it over and use the shoulder of the pick. So Kenny Carver, you win the first entry. So see us about your swag pack, and you get a 1 in 4 shot at winning this wah. And that one hurt. Yeah, it was not an easy question, so congrats to you for figuring that one out. All right, we're gonna switch guitars here. I'm gonna try to do this. I need multiple hands to pull this off. All right. I'm gonna just actually, Still got the old tagger on it. This is a brand new Yari that we just got in. So new, in fact, that I haven't even had a chance to really play it or see it on the show yet. Let's have a look here. This model is the FYM70. So it's very similar to the DYM70 that we looked at over here, but it's in a natural finish. Features a spruce top, rosewood back and sides, mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard. Has that just very Spartan inlay here at the 12th fret, direct coupling bridge, and again, more of a folk body. So let's hear a little bit of how this sounds. I'm gonna play using my favorite pick, and get your thinking caps on, because we're gonna do this and then swap over to the last guitar. The final trivia question of the night, friends, has to do with something that these 4 guitars all have in common. In the meantime, let's play a bit. so this is brand new to the store, the Alvarez Yari master-built guitar. These are really, really wonderful instruments, and I could play on this particular one all day. Very partial to sort of these folk body acoustics. But get your thinking caps on. I'm going to switch over to one more guitar from Yamaha's A series. And the question, you can start thinking about it now, is something that these four guitars have in common. My hint to everybody is that it's not a cosmetic, it's not something you would see cosmetically about the guitars. So there's something about these four guitars, and you'll have to really critically think about it, because it's not something that's visibly, when you look at them, not something that you can visibly see. I should probably actually just see. So now we're going to have a look at the last guitar. This is a cutaway model. This is a Yamaha AC5R. Features a spruce top, rosewood back and sides, mahogany neck, ebony fingerboard. Yamaha's SRT pickup system. Has a beautiful, unique pickguard design here, and kind of a grand concert thing with the cutaway. Very, very nice. Let's swap over. I'm going to try a Dunlop Altex pick, which is this one here. This is an 88 mil pick. If you're looking for all kinds of different picks, we have a whole range of Dunlop picks, everything from their Float, their new Flow and Flex series, to the Jazz 3s, to the standard Tortex, to these Altex models. There's all kinds of picks, and they're coming up with all kinds of new stuff. So in honor of our friends at Dunlop, I wanted to try a few different ones. So here's the AC5R. So what is one thing that these four guitars have in common? I'm sure there's multiple answers, but I will only select the one that I have. And remember, it's not something that's visual, so you'll have to think about other factors that may or may not have to do with specifications and might have to do with other things. They do not all have built-in pickups. Some of these are straight acoustic. I think actually this is the only model that has a pickup in it. Can you stand dovetail neck joints? That may be the case, but I couldn't verify that, and that's not exactly the answer I'm looking for. I'll just come right out and say it's not a specification of the guitars at all. It's to do with some other factor that has nothing to do with what they're made of at all. So it's not wood choice or fret type or anything like that. There's something about these guitars, and you might have to think back to your grade 8 social studies class to come up with the answer to this one. But yeah, it's not a specification, so that's my one huge hint. They are not all the same scale length. I believe there are a couple of different scale lengths. Think away from the specifications of the guitar and think about maybe these companies are known for making guitars in different parts of the world, but there we go. I knew the social studies thing would kick in eventually. Kenny, made in Japan is correct. That is the answer I was looking for. This is the AC5R, which the higher end Yamaha A series models are made in Japan. The Yamaha red labels, the higher end ones, of course, made in Japan. And the master-built Yari models, as both of these are made in Japan. So, another tough question, but I'll have to check and see, because it is possible they all have the same scale length, but I wanted something that didn't rely as much on specs. So Kenny's got 2 shots at it. It was you'll have to pop in and see us. You've got a couple of swag packs. You've got 2 entries in the Dunlop Wah contest, which is here. I can get that on camera. Let's put it where you can actually see it. So this is one of Dunlop's new mini Crybaby Wahs. They're known for being quite a large size, but this is made so that they can fit very cleverly on, like that, on a small pedal board. It has the input and output jacks right here on the front for easy access, and all that classic Crybaby tone. It's designed in conjunction with Pedal Train, who's a noted pedal board maker. And the other thing that's nice about this that the old Wahs didn't have that this does is it actually has an on-off LED. And you wouldn't think that that does much, but it's amazing how you'll be trying to troubleshoot why the signal is sounding a little strange, and it's like, oh yeah, my Wah's on and turned up to full, and you don't think that it's on. So having the status LED is a subtle little feature that keeps Dunlop ahead of the pack as far as people making great wah-wahs. And of course, they have a long and rich history making the Crybabies and various other Wahs and volume pedals, as well as the MXR stuff. So that's the Unplugged edition. We had a look today at 2 Yaris, 2 Japanese Yamahas. Congrats to Kenny Carver. You were by far and away the champion, and we appreciate your business and support. It was good to see you in the store the last couple of times you were in. And pop in and see us again, and we'll see what we can help you out with. Hopefully you win a Wah to plug your acoustics into, or maybe get an electric if you don't already have one. Now, correct me, Shaky, would the draw be next week? We do, yeah. Would we do the 4th one? So, sorry, we're just sorting out the logistics. As I understand it, the draw will be next week, so people can tune in. I'm not sure what I'll feature next week. I may do some more acoustics, because we've got some beautiful Bouchers, as well as some nice Recording King resonators that I think would be cool to feature on the show. So we'll see what happens. Kenny says another visit would be dangerous. Could be dangerous. Well, we'll try our best not to make it dangerous. We'll try to make it enjoyable and pleasant. My buddy Anthony Walker says, very nice day for a concert. Thank you. I see a bunch of my friends from the K-Mic crew are tuned in all the way from the U.S. So thank you so much to everybody there. There's a little look at the Yamaha AC5R. I want to take a minute really quickly just to show. I brought down a few Dunlop picks. I'll just show you. So that was the 88mm Ultex that I was using with that guitar. This is my favorite. And Kenny, I'll have to get you one of these so you can try it out. The Jazz 3 XL model. I can't get enough of these. The second one I used here was a standard, just a medium purple Tortex. This is a kind of a gold standard. In fact, people were mentioning Chris Spedding earlier, one of my favorite guitar players. I'm pretty sure he just uses a Tortex. Oops. And the first pick I used was the smaller Jazz 3. It's not made of a nylon. This is a more of a hard plastic material. So there's a little look at some of the other offerings from Dunlop. You know, they don't just do the pedals, they also do great accessories, and we'll be featuring more of those on the shows next week as we wrap up the month of April. Remember that Fantasie is having a buy one, get one promotion for the month of April. You buy an instrument, such as something like this, you can get another instrument of equal or lesser value, 50% off. So it's a really wonderful deal. And we've been happy to help out. Our good buddy Kenny Carver took advantage of that deal, and we hope to see you all in very soon. We've got more cool guitars coming in to do some demo videos, as well as Shaky demoing the Sire basses. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see an after-hours show that focuses on bass, because I'd love to get Shaky on here to demo some of our Sire U-Series short-scale basses, as well as the higher-end V-Series basses. So that's something we may get to soon as well. And stay tuned to our Facebook and YouTube pages, etc., because Shaky has been really doing lots of great stuff with social media as far as demo videos and helping me make demo videos and posting cool new stuff that's in the store. So check that out. Give us a like, give us a share, tell your friends. And this has been After Hours Unplugged. Once again, thank you to Fantasy Music and to my buddy Shaky for helping to facilitate this. Shaky, you've got a single release coming up with your band on Friday, Farewell Town. And what's the title of the new single? Let's Be Crazy, Farewell Town. So there's a plug for my buddy Shaky, his band, Farewell Town. Big single release. So go check them out, give them some love, support some great Nova Scotia talent. I'm going to play a little bit out on the Yamaha AC5R, and we'll see you next Tuesday for After Hours. Thank you, and good night. I've got a few riffs in mind, and I'm kind of piecing. riffs in mind, and I'm kind of piecing.